Hello, and welcome to the apocalypse, bringing you your daily dose of insanity in this insane world. Today, we will be continuing our adventure into the longest journey. Now, from what I remember the last time, we left off as the story just got explained how the original world where science and magic was combined, into two different sets of worlds. One where science rules predominantly, making up. Hey, I'm doing alright, Vic. How are you doing today? Anyway, the world of Stark, which is predominantly ruled by science and order, and the world of Arcadia, where I'm in right now, which I'm trying to escape, which is predominantly ruled by magic and chaos. Also, have fun. I hope you're making a lot of gil. We just got explained the story about the Draken and the Guardian, and from here, this is where we're gonna continue. So let's see where this journey is gonna end up. We just saw all the murals as well. Jim, I gonna inspect the murals, see what.
It's a beautiful day outside.
Anything interesting happen in Final Fantasy?
Excuse me. Do you know a man named Brian Westhouse?
Westhouse? That old goat? Yes, unfortunately. What would you with him?
I need to find him.
I do not know where he lives. I hear somewhere on the outskirts of the city by the sea, but I cannot tell you any more than that.
Sounds like it's pretty tedious.
Who'd know about Westhouse?
His whereabouts? I do not understand what you would with him. He is rude, uncultured, and ignorant.
Cortez
But hey,
told me to look
you're
him up.
almost there.
Well, I do not know where he lives or frequents, but someone at the market may. He trades merchandise there, and I think he collects maps of the Northlands.
So I probably need to talk to the map maker. Okay. I should probably remember that.
Who did you say I should see about Westhouse?
I mean,
The
he's gonna
map
die
merchant
of
at the market
boredom,
may
but
know.
I'm not sure if that counts.
There is one thing I must tell you, however. Few would know Westhouse by his real name. In the city, he is known as the Rolling Man because of his strange two-wheeled vehicle. A most dreadful and dangerous contraption if I ever saw one.
Please don't tell me
A bicycle?
that's just a bicycle.
Perhaps. It has a grotesque appearance, much like the Westhouse himself.
Oh my god. This is gonna get a very interesting very soon. If only we could make that money in real life, man. If only we could.
What do you know about Cortez?
Your mentor? What has he told you about himself?
Not much. Nothing, in fact. He's a complete mystery to me.
To learn something about someone, the best way to go about it is to ask them yourself. There is nothing I can do to enlighten you.
But who is he?
He is who he is, what he is. If he has not told you himself, then perhaps he does not wish you to know. It would be improper for me to divulge his secrets.
You're as bad as he is. No offense. It's just frustrating.
I understand. The next time you see him, tell him what you have told me. Maybe he will tell you the truth, maybe he will not. It is his choice to make.
Cortez sounds like a Native American to me from the way he acts and dresses, but I might be wrong about that. He's definitely a shifter, as they called him in this game. Also, you have way too much free time, man. Way too much free time.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions about Arcadia?
I will try my best to answer any question you may have, April.
Oh boy, this is gonna get interesting.
What's the history of Arcadia?
There is so much I do not know where to begin. In truth, it would be wiser to ask someone else, unless you wish to know about the Fathers, the Balance, or Mudhoppers.
What a mudhopper.
Mudhoppers?
My secret passion. I study them. They are a most fascinating species. Most fascinating indeed.
Yeah,
But I am not practically versed in the intricacies of history, I'm sorry to say.
at least you'll have something to do then. You sure you're up for work?
What's Marcuria like?
I have lived in this city all my life, and still it amazes me what a diverse, exciting, and wonderful place it is. Many have called Marcuria the jewel of the Northlands, and they are right. But it is a diamond in the rough. A city this size can never be flawless. There are always shadows, and people who hide in them. Lately, the shadows have grown and darkened, and I fear for the future. But Marcuria is still a wonderful place
Yeah,
to live.
probably. I can see you go to work for one day again and then quit. Sorry to say. Not that you're a whiny, but you do have some medical attention, man.
What else can you tell me about Marcuria?
Marcuria is the capital of Ireed, the unified country, and we are located on the southern coast of the Northlands, halfway between Tyran and Coruscant. Between the Snapjaw and the Gaintbeast, some might call it. Between the embers and the fire. Yet democracy and
I
peace
hope it
have
is,
reigned
man.
for
I
thousands of
hope it
years
is.
now, and although relations may at times be strained with our Tyran neighbors, the High Council are masters of diplomacy. And Lord Igvandellan is a firm and just chief counselor of the Iredan flag.
In the meantime, I'm just going through all the motions of talking about everything.
Tell me a little about Ireed.
Ireed means both unification
But how are you
and
feeling?
assembly in High Tongue, and many still call
Because you've
Ireed
been
the
a little
unified country,
AFK,
even though it is an age and a half since the lands of the
so to
North
speak.
joined together in alliance. Ireed stretches from the plains of Nedra in the north to the Great Sea in the south, and from the territories of Tyran in the west to the thick woodlands in the east. It is populated by humans and Dolmare, Tyran and a number of
Haven't
other
gone back
races.
to WoW yet?
It is even said that a tribe of Venar have a ring of trees in Riverwood, though I am not sure that is anything but a myth.
Because I know you said that you really wanted to feel, or really felt like playing WoW again.
What are the Northlands?
The Northlands is a collective term for all the lands north of the Great Sea, and south of the border mountains including Ireed, Tyran, and Coruscant. Before, however, the word Northlands was used to describe this entire continent, including
How does
the
that describe
territories
you
north
being
of the
good,
mountains
though?
and the icy wastes beyond that. Some still prefer the latter interpretation of the name, and to the people of the Southlands, anyone hailing from north of the Great Sea is a Northlander regardless.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could assist you.
How am I supposed to get back to Stark?
The only way to get back is
Lol.
through a shift. You
All
are
that
a
wasting
shifter,
money,
April,
can't you
and
just
the
play,
power to travel between
or are the
worlds is
vanilla
within
servers
you.
not free?
It might be within me, but it doesn't look like it's coming out anytime soon.
I wish I could help you, but I cannot. You must find the path on your own.
Oh boy.
I'll see you later.
Well, time to
You
start
will.
looking around.
If you say so, then it must be true.
A lot of things are, man. A lot of things. Has it ever stopped us before? Well, time to talk to the map maker.
Maps!
Lol.
Can you tell me where the Rolling Man lives?
What else have you been
Maybe,
doing but
maybe
Eureka in
not.
Final
Why?
Fantasy?
Because I need to find him.
Sorry, guild rules. I'm not allowed to divulge any personal information about my customers. Maps!
I really need to know where the Rolling Man lives.
Sorry, can't do.
Please? Pretty please?
So you've literally only been
No,
doing
no,
Eureka.
no, young lady. Don't give me that doe-eyed look. Don't. Blasted be the balance. You're giving me that doe-eyed look, aren't you?
I wouldn't know.
I still
Her
can't
back is
tell you,
turned.
though. I got maps.
Dude, you really have no life. Sorry to say.
Please tell me where.
No, can't do, miss. You're late again. And you know what else? You're fired. Give me back the delivery list and get your sorry blue skin elsewhere.
Okay.
Hired hell. Bah! Never hire a Domari to do a human job.
What are you gonna do now without a delivery boy?
Hire a new one, of course. Blasted be the balance. That means I'll have to pay the damn fee to the Guild of Merchants. Damnation.
Guess I'll help out in trade for information.
Maybe I could.
Sorry,
help you.
man.
You? How?
Only Eureka.
I'm
The
quick,
past,
honest,
what,
and
3 days,
reliable,
4 days
and
we
I've
haven't
got a
talked?
lot of experience in the service industry.
Perhaps a female errand boy. It could work if the Guild of Merchants don't find out.
I won't tell them if you don't.
I don't think it's been 2
Mind
days,
the
man. I think it's
pay's
been
not
longer.
Much, only a single errand per delivery, plus whatever tip the customer may see fit to give you.
I'll take the job, if you want me.
Agreed. Maybe you'll even bring in some new business. Here's the delivery list for today and your first map. It's for the captain of the White Dragon. Nebeve, I think his name is. You'll find him in the harbor.
Well, time to go for the harbor.
Oh, and remember to have the customer sign the delivery list. The guild are sticklers for protocol. No signature, no money, no new jobs.
Bye now.
Maps, fresh, detailed, life-saving maps.
And you still got that awesome looking armor from before? So now we need to go to the harbor. Cause that armor did look good though. Nice. So let's go to, oh. I can immediately go here. That's handy, I guess.
Nice day for it.
Not really, no.
Is this the White Dragon?
That's what the big white letters on the prow spell out. What do you think?
I'm looking for the captain. Is he around?
What would you with the captain of the White Dragon?
I have a delivery for him, a map from the map merchant at the Temple Market.
Aye. I be Captain Horatio Nebeve of the White Dragon, fastest vessel there ever was.
Not gonna lie, he looks like a
Hand the
Horatio.
map over, girl. With Jarl's blessing, the wind will return soon, and I can leave this accursed harbor for sunnier shores.
Alright. Time to give him the map.
Thank you. There's an errand for your trouble.
Okay, so let's go back to the market. See what the map maker says. No. I need to go back here. And back to the city. Oh. And that's about all the subjects that I could know that I could ask you about Final Fantasy, since you've not been doing much more than Eureka. Anything else of interest happen? Anything? Cause I don't think anything happened on my end. Life's
I'm ready for
boring,
my
isn't
next
it,
job, sir.
sometimes?
Yes, yes, good, good. Did you get the captain's signature?
No.
No.
Blasted be the balance, you're no better than that Ulan. I'm almost sorry I fired him. Get to it, girl.
Yeah. Great, I forgot that signature. Back to the city. Back to the harbor. Right.
Sign this, please.
What is it?
I need your signature to confirm that you've received the map.
Map? What map?
The one I just gave you.
Oh, that one. Sorry, I never put my signature on a piece of paper.
Congratulations.
Please sign it or I won't get paid.
I just gave you an errand. That should...
Forget the money. That's not why I need your signature. I need you to sign so that I can keep my job and hopefully find a way home.
That is a very
Sorry. But it brings bad luck to give a piece of yourself in that manner. A signature has untold powers. It's part of your soul. I can't sign away my soul.
So what are you gonna do now?
Who told you that signing a slip...
I'm from Gien, and we're a spiritual people. Our souls are in balance with our bodies, and signing my name, giving a piece of myself in that manner, breeds corruption and imbalance.
And that's why you choose...
Hey, blame...
You can't write.
Pardon?
That's what this is all about.
So what? So what if I can't write? So what if I was born at sea and never spent more than a month ashore ever since? I still won't sign your accursed paper, by Jal.
Get the what? The weapon?
Look,
You can't trick the great Mojal.
that's not trickery. It's legal.
I said no.
Is there anything...
No. Well, yes.
Look, Captain, I'm desperate.
Well,
What's mute?
nothing.
What are you talking about? Why would...
I can't sign when there's a chance the Mojal is...
But doesn't that mean the Mojal is always distracted?
The Mojal has an eye and an ear for every act.
Granted, I know very little of the Mojal.
Blasphemy! Besides, I only have to visit the temple once.
So, if I play some
Okay,
music,
so now I
you'll
have
sign?
to go find an instrument.
Aye. I'll give you that
Great.
much.
I'll be back.
I don't...
Oh boy. Now what? What weapon are you looking for? Samurai? Wait, it's that direction. And now I need to go back here. Well, good luck with that. What are your plans after you get the weapon?
What's your, most affordable instrument? That's cute. The flute, right? And how much for the flute? I'm guessing that's 1 Aaron?
Oh, great. Hmm. So now I need the coin.
I'll have the flute. That's 1 Aaron, isn't it?
So great, the music merchant only communicates with music instruments. That's an interesting
As
way,
luck would
but
have
it's
it, I actually know how to play a flute. Not very well, but I'm sure the, Mojal
Mojal.
won't mind.
I mean, ultimately we don't really get what he's saying, so not much for a merchant's job, but whatever. I'm not one to question whatever's going on. Hmm. A hard one? Are you gonna get wiped? Again? What do I need to do now? Flute. Good luck regardless. Now I need to give it to him.
I'm ready to play some music if you're ready to sign.
Aye, go on, but don't stop until I'm done signing, or the Mojal will surely wreak vengeance on us both.
Wow. Annoying bastard. Of course it's another Horatio. Also, how the hell is he signing that paper?
Done. Here you go. And don't ever ask me to sign anything ever again.
I can pretty much guarantee you that.
Don't ask us to get you a map again. Jesus fucking Christ. All that effort just for one single map? Great. Okay. Now I need to give this back to the map merchant. Oh, great. So you have to level yourself again in Eureka then? I'm really starting to understand why Eureka becomes the worst content ever. Then don't fail. Get good, scrub. Sure, the best. If you say so. Sounds to me like too much effort for what it's worth.
Right. Your next assignment is a map of Shangagriel to the Rolling Man. Hold on. Did you not ask me about him earlier today?
No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
I could have sworn. Well, no matter. Do you know how to get to the Rolling Man's house?
I forget.
Let me explain then. Now, pay attention because this is complicated. He has chosen to live in the most inaccessible place in the city, but I guess he has his reasons. First, you head west off the marketplace on Oak until you get to a tiny
So
little
that makes it even worse.
apothecary, Mrs.
So
Cassup's
much for
Herbs and
good content.
Oils, where you turn north on South Street. Confusing that. For about
Hey,
4
goat.
minutes of brisk walking.
Goat! That's Vic!
That's when you
Wait,
see
I don't think you
a
know
large
Vic.
grove of trees.
That's
It's a
Nightmare.
memorial to
Couch
those who
Potato's
died in the
Nightmare.
last war with the tyrant back the balance knows when. Can't see why they choose to remind us of
And
that. Where
I'll
you
answer you in a
turn
moment.
Left.
That's west?
No, left. That'll take you back south, but onto North Street instead. And that keeps you out of the Dalmari neighborhood. Down that way. Nasty, nasty neighborhoods. keep walking south for about, or was that north? Wait, north on South Street, south on North Street, or the other way around. Anyway, find the Rose Bridge off Iread Avenue and cross it.
There's a river?
No, just a bridge. The river disappeared 500 years ago. No one knows what happened to it. After you've crossed the bridge, you'll be on the
And
western
old friends
slopes
unite.
of Marcuria.
And that's where West
Brings a
House...
tear to me
I
eye.
mean,
No,
the
actually
Rolling
my
Man
eyes are
lives.
just weary.
No, far from it, but you need to pass through that part of Marcuria to get to the Rolling Man. Keep south and watch out for the livestock. They're likely to attack in that part of town. Eventually you'll get to a large circular square. That's where they used to hold executions back when the city was civilized.
Okay.
You call murder civilized?
Better than locking people up for years, as any level-headed person would tell you. Our freedom cannot be curtailed. Real men choose the honor of death to the shame of incarceration.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure you do.
Circle around the square and head down Tandak for half a mile. Or should that be Parrot Lane? Yes, Parrot Lane. Head west on Parrot Lane for half a mile. Then turn right at the Maiden's Honor Tavern.
North again?
No, west. Parrot Lane has a few twists and turns. Anyway, you should now be able to see the Ivory Tower.
Is it a big tower?
No, only about 5 feet tall, but it's ivory, straight from the coast of the Southlands, bravely cut from the drooling jaws of the gruesome Kandar.
That path sounds
Big
way too
creature,
difficult
4 legs,
to
large
traverse.
ears, long snout, sort of grayish in color?
Yes, the horror of the Southlands. Many a brave hunter has fallen victim to
So,
its ravaging
elephants.
hunger.
Good grief. Okay, then what?
Pass by the tower to the edge of the cliff and look down. The Rolling Man has built his home on the cliffside. It's a wonder he's not been washed away by the storms.
I hope I got all that. Basically, go west until I hit the edge, right?
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay, so, Goat. To answer your question, I am currently playing The Longest Journey. This game was released back in 1999, 2000, so it's a pretty old game, but it has an incredible story and it's part of a trilogy that looks really interesting. But it is a pretty old game, and this is the first game of the series. Also, I'll later, not now, but later, I'll send you a message with my YouTube link where you can see the previous parts that I have played this game, so that you can catch up to where I am. Okay, now I need to get to the Rolling Man.
That's probably Mr. Westhouse.
I guess I understand why his name is Westhouse.
Hello, Mr. Westhouse?
Damn, Mason, what is it now? Oh, guess you're not calling on behalf of that son of a bitch Sanyef, are you?
Sorry, I don't know
It
who...
does.
No,
It
that's
does.
very unlikely. From what I hear, he doesn't
Except a
much enjoy
few
the company of women.
animation
Who in
errors,
damnation
the
are
game
you?
is great.
April Ryan, sir.
Ryan? Doesn't sound very Northlandian. Are you by any chance from the coast of... Yeah, hold on. Ryan? April Ryan? I'll be damned. You're from Stark.
Apparently. Until today, I thought I was just from Earth. I had no idea there were 2 of them.
Takes you
So,
by
how badly did
surprise,
you
doesn't
crush
it?
your enemies,
Well,
Goat?
Goddamn. Sit down, Miss Ryan. Let me get you a drink.
And that guy's drunk.
The liquor over here stinks to high heaven. Magic pollutes the purity of the spirit, but I keep a bottle of Glenfiddich for special occasions.
Thanks for the offer, sir, but I didn't come here to have a drink.
Really? I see. This isn't a social call.
I do Apex.
No, sorry.
If you're ever
Oh,
interested
no
in
matter.
playing,
It's still
go.
a pleasant surprise to meet someone from home. Now, what may I do for you?
First of all,
I have a delivery for you.
I have a delivery.
A delivery? When did the U.S. Postal Service start delivering mail to Arcadia?
It's from the map merchant at the market.
I
It's just a
play
map.
Apex Legends. If you
Oh,
happen
good.
to
I've
play
been
that, we
waiting
could
for
play
that.
together.
Hold your horses. What are you doing working for the Guild? Are you planning on staying in Marcuria? I'd strongly advise against it, Miss Ryan. Arcadia may look like a pastoral fairy tale realm, but it's not. You bleed as easily here as you do in Stark, and magic can do more damage than a gun.
I'm not planning on staying, but I had to find you. The map merchant was the only one who knew where you lived, and he wouldn't tell me. So I got him to hire me, and you were the second delivery on my list.
Gods. Carrick and his misguided loyalty. I'll have a word with the man. Thanks for the map, though. I collect them. There's not much else to do in this godforsaken city.
That's also a game Vic plays, although he doesn't play it as much.
I should get going.
Very well. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Let me get the delivery list and make him sign
Sign
it
this,
up.
please. It's just to confirm that I made the delivery.
Certainly.
At least he doesn't take an issue out of it. Fucking cunt of a captain. Now I'm gonna take it back. Yes, I am gonna seriously do the deliveries because I need the money to try and get that bird back. I don't play Call of Duty. I don't. It's not like Call of Duty. It's more like Titanfall, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, apparently I can't go to the map, so I do have to go back to... Is it though? Is it? I don't know. I don't play Call of Duty.
Hello, Mr. Westhouse?
Back.
Cortez told me to look you up.
He did he? I see. Who's Cortez?
You don't know him?
Okay.
I think not. I'd certainly remember. Did you say Cortez? You wouldn't be talking about old Manny Chavez, would you? Well, he ought to be dead by now, but then, by all rights, so should I.
I don't know his first name, but he calls himself Cortez.
Tall fellow, mysterious and elusive, rarely
No,
answers
I
a
haven't
question
played
with a
it.
simple
I'm
yes
interested in
or
it,
no.
but I haven't played it.
Smokes like a chimney?
Aside from that bit about smoking like a chimney, it sounds exactly like Cortez.
Manny. I'll be damned. That old crook is still around. Well, how the devil is he?
He's good. Where do you know him from?
Oh, my old life back in Stark. We had some exciting adventures, him and I. Actually, he's part of the reason I ended up here. I last saw him in the winter of 1934.
But that's almost 300 years ago.
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? And I'm sure he doesn't look a day older than he did back then. That
Okay, apparently
handsome
these guys
devil.
are ancient. What?
Well, if I'm going to accept magic in parallel worlds, I might as well accept people living 300 years.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. I'm only 46. I arrived here about 15 years ago, but I left Stark in 1934. Between the worlds, where you dream time has little meaning, I was trapped, you see, for quite a while.
For 300 years?
Time went by pretty fast. Didn't seem so bad at the time, but now that you mention it, 300 years, quite disconcerting, really. Quite disconcerting.
How did you end up here in Marcuria?
That's quite a story. I won't bore you with the details, but suffice it to say,
It just boils
I
down, the
was
game is
always
really a lot of
somewhat
fun.
of an adventurer.
Would be nice to play
Promise
with
of
you again, Go.
Virgin territory untouched by civilization held great sway with me in my youth, as did the idea of a highly spiritual state of mind. The occult, magic, karma. I was born in 1902 in Boston. By the time I was 17, I'd put that life behind me. I spent the next 3 years at sea, and then I wandered around Europe for a time. In the early 30s, the 1930s, of course, I found myself in India, working as a journalist. That's where I met Manny, and that's where I first heard of Arcadia. I was amazed and quite skeptical at first, but the thought of a whole new world to see and magic... I was a fool, of course, but who knew where my curiosity would bring me?
So what happened in India?
I've tried to forget about it, to be honest. If I could go back and convince myself not to... but I still wouldn't have listened, of course.
At least he's honest with
The
himself.
unknown attracts.
That is a very good
I
property.
ended up in Tibet
Something a lot
in
of
the
people could
winter
use
of
a little more of.
34, wading through snow up to my chest, thinking for sure that this was it, and I was going to die. Manny pulled me out of that one, thank God. I spent 3 months in a monastery before pushing on into the void. There's only one way for a non-shifter to pass through the divide, and it's not an easy road to
Well,
take.
I'm glad you made it for what it's worth.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd prefer not to talk about the past anymore. There's more than enough to worry about.
I also have to say,
Rest.
considering that this is a really old game, the voice acting is actually pretty good. Hell, it's better than Baiten Kaito's voice acting. I don't think that will be an issue, but you might have to take that up with Vic. Vic would probably know that better than I do. But I think if it can run Overwatch, it shouldn't be a problem for Apex? I think?
Cortez said to look you up when I wanted to go back home, to Stark.
Now, why would he say that? I'm not a shifter, and I don't know any magic. I'm sorry, Miss Ryan, but you'd be better off asking the Sentinel priests for assistance.
Already did. They said I was on my own, that they couldn't help me.
Bloody typical, those reactionary fools wouldn't extend a hand to help a drowning man if it violated the principles of their bloody balance. But I can't think why Manny would tell you to visit me in order to shift home. It just doesn't make sense.
I should get going.
All right.
So, okay, so I don't have money.
Hold on 1 second, Miss Ryan. I just remembered something. It's such a long time ago, I'd almost forgotten, but Manny did give me something that might be of interest.
What is it?
It's a
She
pocket
came back
watch.
quickly.
Manny gave it to me the last time I saw him. I never quite understood why, but maybe you can tell me.
Did he say anything about it?
He said that when his heart started beating again, he would know. It would be like a message in Morse code, a beacon. Damn watch
I'm
never
starting.
worked.
I'm starting to think that
And the
this Cortez
winding
guy is the
mechanism is
Draken.
broken, so it's
Yeah, there's
probably
dragons
not
in
worth
this game.
much. You're welcome to it if it's any help.
Also,
Thanks.
the difference is, and I've talked about this with Vic as well. This is back in the day when games actually had to be good in order to sell. Exactly. And these stories are amazing. Like, the thing about this is, I have never heard of this game before. I bought the third installment of their series of the trilogy in a local game store for the PlayStation, only to find out that I was in the middle of an already ongoing story. Looking it up, I found a lot of positive comments on the game. Like, everyone said that this game was great, that these games were good. So I decided to stream them. This is the third day that I'm playing this game, and they are difficult, but like real, not like Dark Souls difficult, but they take a lot of time, but they're well made, the stories are great, the voice acting is great. These are really great games, and they're so underrated. I personally don't know anyone who played them, and they're so good. So I'm hoping to give them a little boost. Not that that many people will
Cortez
probably
said something
watch
about
me,
Mr.
but
Westhouse being the
still,
key
it's
to shifting
something.
back. Maybe. It's an antique pocket watch. It's not ticking.
Okay,
The knob used for winding the watch seems to have broken off, and there's only a tiny hole left.
Hmm.
If I insert this pin carefully into the hole, like so, and then slowly wind it. It worked! It's ticking!
Okay, that's apparently how I get home.
I did it! It's a shift! I can go home!
By God, it's a shift. I haven't seen one for ages.
Why don't you come back with me, Mr. Westhouse? You could say hello to your old friend, Manny.
If I tried to step through that, Miss Ryan, I would suffer a most unpleasant experience. And I would be lost in the between forever. Besides, I built this house with my own two hands. I wouldn't want to leave it to these barbarians. And what does your Stark have to offer me? This world is more recognizable to me now. Now you go ahead, Miss Ryan. Go back. And don't let your curiosity of the unknown tempt you into making another shift.
Thanks for your help.
Say hello to Manny for me. Tell him I'm doing all right. And then I said, thanks.
Okay, apparently no time passed whatsoever.
Cortez. Oh, God, it's real. It's all true. I saw it. I saw the other world. Arcadia. Either I'm going crazy or you were right about
Or maybe a little
everything.
bit of both.
Let's hope for the latter, mi amiga? So I gather your trip was a success.
Success? My whole world has been turned topsy-turvy, so I don't think success is the right word. Nothing about it makes sense. The fact is, I don't believe in magic.
That doesn't mean magic
And the
doesn't
sun
believe
does
in
not
you.
need you to believe in it to rise in the morning, señorita. You have seen the truth with your own two eyes. I can do nothing more to convince you. It is up to you now.
Well, do I have a choice? I have to believe at least some of it. My life wouldn't make much sense otherwise.
You are a true skeptic, April. Está bien. We need your kind to balance the hopeless romantics like myself.
Okay, so what I've been trying to say, but it was just conversation after conversation after conversation, to go back on our previous topic of Apex before we continue. I'll first read your message. Hold up. Developers focused more and more on the story. Yeah, sure, we'll talk some other day, but the only thing that I still want to say, I'm glad you're gonna try them out. You're gonna have a lot of fun. They are really great. Only the first one is a point and click like this though. The other games are more person controlled. Like you can actually control the person where she runs. And the other thing that I wanted to say about Apex is that the biggest downside, it's on Origin. Fucking Origin. So that's probably the biggest downside to Apex. Just so you know. I do not like Origin.
What happens now?
The Minstrom told you about the balance.
Fuck yeah,
about
right?
Stark and Arcadia.
A man named Tobias. He was called the Vestrum, I think. Vestrum Tobias.
Ah, so Tobias made Vestrom que bien good. I knew he would go far when I first met him years ago. He was just an Instrum then, a student of the balance, but he was smart and resourceful. So you know what is
It's
going
not
on
the
with
best
the balance.
platform, man.
Tobias
not.
told me that the Guardian? That the Guardian was missing and that the balance was failing. He said this would bring chaos into both worlds.
As we are already seeing, your
I
dreams,
got
your nightmares, they are
Dead
part
Space
of
2
these.
for Origin.
You sense chaos more
40
keenly
from
than most.
Origin
But
twice.
even they are beginning to notice
See you
that
later,
things
Vic. Have fun.
are not as they should be.
I got it twice,
Like
and
last
both
night.
games it deinstalled itself because I didn't buy it straight out of a shop. Or something like that. Anyway, they screwed me over twice. And they generally don't care so much about their player base. I feel like, but I might be wrong about that.
What about last night?
What you saw, you were not alone this time. There were others. And they saw the same thing. Not nightmares anymore. Real. The first sign of the damage chaos can do. The divide is being breached. It is not yet time for the worlds to be united. A breach could prove catastrophical.
Who are you really, Cortez?
Excuse me?
People knew you over there in Arcadia. Tobias. He didn't know you by your real name, but he did know you. And Mr. Westhouse, he knew you too, as Chavez, but several hundred years ago.
So my secrets are being revealed, are they?
Yep.
I wouldn't say that, because you're still a mystery to me. More so.
Good. You see, señorita, mystery is important. To know everything, to know the whole truth is dull. There is no magic in that. Magic is not knowing. Magic is wondering about what and how and where.
I'd settle for
No.
the truth, just
No,
to
I
be able
haven't.
to know you.
Send
Because,
me a link to my
honestly,
Discord. I'll check it out later.
I don't mean this in a bad way. You scare me, Cortez. I'm afraid of you.
And you are not the only one, mi amiga. I'm sorry, but whatever it is about me that mystifies you, it will have to stay a secret. There are things even you should not know.
Gee, thanks. That really helped.
Perdóname. Perhaps later, when we are certain of what the future holds, okay? I think I can promise you that, Señorita Ryan. Later. But for now, we must speak of more important matters.
Okay.
You helped me back, didn't you?
To shift? See? The power is yours, yes? But for now, you need me to focus your powers to call forth your dreams.
Dreams?
Yes. To travel from one world to the next, you must pass through the world of dreams. It is the only way. You are capable of opening a shift on your own, but you might not be able to.
What do you mean?
The power, the magic is within you. And when you sleep, sometimes you open the portal without even being aware of it. but when you're awake, it's more difficult. With practice, you will do it.
What's Zork
I
about, by the
don't
way?
think I want to do it.
You must. The worlds depend on it.
So what do I do?
We must work together, April. I can't do it alone, and neither can you.
But what exactly is it that we have to do?
4 things. We must find the Lost Guardian, we must locate the gateway to his realm, and the disc that is the key to his tower, and we must do what we can to curtail and defeat the Vanguard.
Sure, no easy matter. It's just like the stuff I do before breakfast.
How are we going to find the Guardian?
The moment he surrendered his throne and left his realm, he stepped back into our world. This world, Stark. This is where he was born, and so this is where he must return to.
But he could be anywhere, right?
This city has power, April. Not magic, but the opposite of magic. And it draws people to it like flies to an open fire. All the pieces of the puzzle come together here. You, me, the Vanguard, the Guardian. I can guarantee you that he's here. But where exactly, I do not know. I think maybe the Vanguard do. I think they may have him.
If they have him, how are we going to get him back? And why do they need him? Why do we need him?
He left his realm, but he's the last Guardian.
Hold up, I will read
And
in a
only he
second,
can
because
open
I
the
first
doorway
want to
back to
follow
his
the story
realm
here.
to let his successor through. The Vanguard knows this, but what they don't know, yet, is how to get there.
Don't worry, take your time. Anyway, well, it's a text-based adventure game, so there's texting like a goblin in front of you, and then you have to choose types like Sega. The game runs on the most advanced graphic cards in imagination. That's like the best example. Yeah. It sounds interesting. I might give it a try at some point. Although I don't think it would be interesting to stream it because it's not really an enjoyable thing to watch. But I'm not sure. I might actually, like I said, I might try it out. But first, I have like a little list of games I want to play. So I want to play this trilogy, and then I want to play Hellblade. But who knows? Maybe in the future.
Who'd know about the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
That I do not know. That knowledge wouldn't be here in Stark. You must go to Arcadia, study the books, talk with the Minstrom and others who might know, but not yet. First, we must finish our mission here.
Might be a good game to play alone when I'm bored. Also, on the other hand, it might be an interesting thing to stream, because it also allows you to talk about the process of your mind, how your mind works and why you decide to make certain choices in certain situations. It actually would be a pretty interesting game to divulge the personality of the person playing. So on a grand scale, if a lot of people were playing this, that would be an interesting experiment to see the personality behind each person. I think playing Zork as a thought experiment, as a psychological experiment, would actually be pretty fascinating, but then we would need to gather a large group of people to play it together and see how each person reacts. It would basically be a single player version of playing Dungeons and Dragons, where everything is computer, where the DM, or the GM in this case, is computer generated, and there's only one party member, being the player. So while at first glance it might not be that interesting, I do think it holds potential if done well. However, to just up and stream it, I don't think that will be that interesting to watch, but who knows, like I said, we'll see in the future. I still have a little list of games that I need to play through. But I'll definitely look into it.
Where's the key to the Guardian's realm?
In Arcadia. The key contains 2 parts. One is the disc itself, The other is the 4 jewels, the eyes of the dragons. That gives the disc the properties of the balance and makes it complete.
Where is the disc?
The disc was left in the care of the Sentinel 10,000 years ago. In the beginning, it was kept in the open, displayed for all to see. But not anymore. Not since thieves tried to make away with it. They will know where it is. Ask Tobias, Vestrum Tobias.
Good night, Goat, and I hope I'll see you soon.
Where are the 4 jewels?
Ah, the eyes of the dragons. They are kept by the 4 dragons themselves. 2 in Arcadia and 2 in Stark. The white dragon has 1, as does the old one. These you must find yourself.
The white ray, those are
I'll help you with the others.
those were in Arcadia. I think I know who those dragons are, but I'm not sure.
How do we defeat the Vanguard?
The Vanguard are strong here and growing stronger. Even in Arcadia, they are gaining a foothold. And with the Tyrant on a leash, the future looks quite bleak.
How do you know so much about what's going on in Arcadia?
Voices whisper in my ear, señorita. Voices that I trust.
You're saying the Vanguard are strong here. How come I haven't heard about them?
You probably
They don't
did.
go by that name here. Did you ever hear of the Church of
Told you.
Voltec?
Sure, they're... Oh, that's the Vanguard?
See?
Then they're big, very big. But why do they... Why assume a different name here?
In Arcadia, they flaunt their philosophy. They preach the destruction of the balance under the pretense of returning humankind to the glories of the past. Here, they cannot do that. So they have integrated themselves slowly but surely into society under the subterfuge of the New Age religion. And they've built a financial empire to match governments.
So
They
they're
have that much
basically
money?
big corporate douchebags.
The Vanguard own multinational companies. They own planets, April. They own armies. All they need is the balance, and they will own everything. The twin worlds will be at their mercy.
So, we basically don't stand a chance, do we? Against an enemy like that.
If we hold at bay the forces of chaos, and if we ensure the natural continuation of the Guardian's role within the balance, then they will have lost.
How are we supposed to fight this chaos you keep talking about?
You're the key, April. You have the power to shift, yes, but there's more to you than that. You are a child of the balance, and no, that will have to wait. By just being alive, you counter chaos. Without you, last night might have turned out much worse. That tiny breach might have been permanent.
Oh boy.
I didn't do anything.
Way to shove all the
Imagine the
responsibility
power
onto
you
me.
wield when you really do
Thanks,
something.
man.
Trust me on this, amiga. It's instinctive to you to fight chaos. You see it so clearly, and you will know what to do.
Oh boy.
You are most needed in Arcadia, where chaos is a part of reality. The tidal wave will hit there first, and unless it's subdued before it hits Stark full force, we'll never stand a chance.
So
So
now I
you
have
will
to
have
go.
to travel to Arcadia after we are done
So
here.
I have to go back there.
Okay. So that's it? Kick some Vanguard ass, find the Guardian, locate the entrance to his realm, and a 10,000-year-old disc and 4 Dragon Eye jewels? And
Wow.
oh, April, make sure you do battle with the physical manifestations of chaos along the way, because hey, that's your destiny. It's impossible, Cortez. I can't do these things. I'm 18, I'm an artist. No, not even that, I'm nobody. You can't place all these responsibilities on my shoulders. I can't carry that much.
You're not
I will
alone,
help you,
though.
April. Others too. You're not alone.
Well, I feel very alone, and I can't even tell anybody about this. Yeah, hi, how are you? I'm the Chosen One. Can you help me save the world from evil and chaos?
There is no chosen one, April. There are only those who would and those who wouldn't. You have a choice between the two.
Hmm.
You said I had powers, that I wasn't like everybody else.
True, but you still have a choice. Prophecies can never unravel the will of a single human. You are one of many possible paths, but unfortunately, most of the alternative paths have been blocked by circumstances beyond our control.
Okay.
The world does depend on you, but you have not been chosen. You choose for yourself what you
I
are
actually like
and what
this.
you will be.
It's not the whole, oh, you're the chosen one. Oh, you have to do this and this and this because you're chosen by fate. No, you have a choice, and then you have a choice to do, mm, to follow along the steps of destiny or not. It gives you an interesting perspective that other games where you are the chosen one, you don't have. And I like that.
What happens if I choose no, no way?
I am not a fortune teller, nor am I a Vinar. What will happen? Something else? That's all I can tell you. Something else. But I'm sure it won't be anything good. Not unless you agree to help.
But I can't do it. I'm not who you think I am. I'm not your savior. I don't have any magic powers. I'm just this girl. I'm just me.
The choice is yours, April. As always, the choice is yours.
It's not much of a choice, is it?
Doesn't feel like it, but
For
there
what
is a
it's worth.
choice.
Perhaps not. Still, you need to come to the decision on your own.
Then the choice will have to be, yes, let's save the world.
Worlds.
Where do we
plural.
start?
Here, in Newport. We must find out about the Vanguard. Their headquarters are in this city, but where? Do they have the Guardian under lock and key? What are their weaknesses? Once we've done that, you must travel to Arcadia. I cannot go there, and besides, I have things to take care of here.
Right. Except, where the hell do I go to find out about the Vanguard? The library? The net?
Valuable information is hard to find. Remember the painting I showed you yesterday?
Sure.
The artist, a boy named Warren. I told you about him, yes? Warren is involved in a lot of activities that aren't exactly legal. He has connections. He can point us in the right direction.
Oh, fuck no, I still have to
Alright,
go on that date
okay,
with Zach.
Where do I find him?
Not looking forward to that one,
My
though.
friend, Father Raul at the Hope Street Cathedral, he's had some contact with the boy lately. Ask him.
Wait, did you say Hope Street?
Yes?
As in the most dangerous neighborhood in Newport?
Is it? I don't usually follow the civic affairs of the city. I remember Hope Street when they first built it. A clean neighborhood.
That must have been a very long time ago.
Maybe 300 or
Still,
400 years ago?
I'm sure you'll be safe. You're a girl, no? A self-respecting gentleman would never harm a girl.
It's the self-respecting gentleman part I'm concerned about. Still, I can handle myself. Father Raoul, was it? At the Hope Street Cathedral?
Yes. He will lead you in the right direction. Help you find Warren Hughes. When you're done tomorrow, we will meet up at the cathedral late in the afternoon. I need to speak with Raoul as well.
Oh boy.
Okay, good. It's a plan then?
Now I first have to go on that dumb
Enjoy
date.
yourself tonight, April. Who knows what the future may hold? Good night.
Alright, let's have a look at the diary. Saturday afternoon. Right, so I get back. No easy task, believe you me. And Cortez proceeds to finally tell me everything. And we have a plan. Which sounds good to me, but then I really don't have much experience with plans. I'm usually like, hey, let's do whatever. But now we have a plan. With a capital P, even. Okay, so we, as in Cortez and myself, have to find his guardian. guy the key to his realm, an old stone disc with 4 jewels, and to way back into that place, because apparently nobody knows where it is. Duh. And while this is going on, I'm supposed to restore balance to chaos. And to the laundry. Probably. To think that 2 days ago, all I had to remember was whether a customer ordered a double decaf latte or a low-fat cappuccino. There's a lot to be said for simple ignorance. Anyways, tomorrow morning I'm off to find whatever information I can on the Vanguard. Yay. So let's save it again. The question is, where do I have to go now?
The annual VAVA Summer Need model to pose nude for serious work.
I wonder if I can actually paint now. I doubt it. But I'll try.
Not today.
Nope.
I'll just leave my brush and easel here before I go.
Apparently not. At this rate, April, you are never gonna finish your drawing. Then again, you do sound like you're pretty busy lately. You know, saving the whole world and everything. But hey, I wanted to try and finish the painting. Don't blame me for trying. Okay. From here, the question is, I'm gonna probably have to go to the pavilion to go on that date with Zack, which I'm not looking forward to. But he gave me the information to where Cortez is, so I guess. All I can really do is keep looking right now. Talk to people, see if anything else happens.
Pulling long hours today, Charlie?
Unfortunately, yeah. Are you staying for the show tonight?
What show?
You don't know who's playing?
I've had a few other things on my mind these past few days, Charlie. Sorry. Anybody good?
Anybody good? Are you kidding? Roy and Dale's playing. It's the first gig on their new tour. Sort of returning to their roots before they do the big venues.
Tonight? Great, that's perfect. Especially tonight. I need some serious unwinding.
Yeah? What's up?
I just had the weirdest
He's
experience
not
of my
gonna
life.
believe me though.
Weirder than what happened here last night?
Much weirder, trust me. I mean, what happened here could be explained. A hologram, rapture gas, mass suggestion.
That's stretching it a little, don't you think?
What, rather than the alternatives? That we're all either going crazy or that something's breaking through from another world? You don't think that's stretching it?
I don't know what I think, April. I just know that sometimes there are things lurking in the shadows that can't be explained by science. That the world holds more mysteries than we think.
You're closer to the truth than you
Maybe.
think.
So what's this thing you were gonna tell me about?
You wouldn't believe me any-
Try me.
No, really, I can't. It's too much, too close. I don't know if I believe it myself.
Okay.
Maybe. Is Emma around?
Haven't seen her. But she knows about the show.
When does the concert start?
In less than an hour. I expect the place to be crowded soon. So you should find yourself a spot to sit down.
Thanks, Charlie.
No problem.
Oh, I can ditch Zack. bit rude, but I don't care. And there's Emma. Oh boy. That's gonna become a pretty interesting,
So
although
where have you
weird,
been all day? You didn't
conversation.
show up at school, you weren't at work, and then Fiona tells me you're out looking for Cortez again. And on top of that, Zach brags about bagging a date with you. What's up with that?
Oh, shit. Zach, I totally forgot. He's gonna kill me. If I don't show up, that is.
You mean
Oh.
it's true? You have a date with that asshole? I told him he was full of shit.
I needed some information.
And you sell yourself to get it? April, you're insane. Well, you're just going to have to disappoint him.
I made a promise.
To that sleazebag? That's a promise made to be broken.
But sorry, I am staying here.
You're right. I'm staying here.
Good girl. Now, there are a couple guys you should keep an eye open for tonight.
Me?
I have a boyfriend. You need a boyfriend. You need a boyfriend because I have one and I need somebody to compare boyfriends with.
Lol.
It's not your choice to make, girl. It's just the natural order of things.
She's
I
way
thought we
too
were here to
easygoing.
listen to the band.
Sure, from the back, so we can scope out guys' asses.
Like
I don't
that's
know
the
which place is weirder, Mercuria or the Fringe Cafe on any given night.
Mark, what?
Never mind. So, okay, which guys are we looking for?
Right. Now, you may want to take notes.
And now I'm waiting for Zach to screw up. But I don't like Zach, so I don't care.
Oh, God. Headache. I didn't really have that much to drink, did I? No. But I did travel through a shift into a parallel universe, which would explain this weird compulsion to curl up into a fetal position and go back to sleep.
I wouldn't
Not that
blame
I'm
you.
particularly looking forward to it, but I guess I have to go find that Warren guy Cortez told me about down on Hope Street. And hey, like that's not enough. I have to avoid bumping into Zach today.
I'm gonna bet he's just gonna
He's
be.
probably royally pissed that I stood him up, and Zach's very good at being pissed.
I don't care, honestly. Zach is a douchebag. Sunday, July 30th, 2209. Sundays are made for sleeping in. Sundays are made for walking around in baggy clothes, watching movies, nursing headaches, and hanging out with your friends at the cafe. Sundays are not made to go to the worst neighborhood in town to find a kid who might be able to give you information necessary to infiltrate a powerful cult that plans to take over the known universe. That's what Mondays are for. Don't we all hate Mondays? Okay. So the world's in mortal danger, and the only thing standing in the way of total chaos, is me. And this morning I have to go to Hope Street to talk to this priest called Raoul at the cathedral, so that he can tell me where I can find Warren Hughes. Dear diary, note to self: the next time anybody says the word destiny, run like hell. Okay. So, anything else interesting?
I still haven't figured out what runs through the canals in Venice, but I'm sure
Nothing.
that's my desk. So, shelves.
Nothing.
That's my work. Books. I don't read much, but I believe it's important.
Anything else interesting in the closet?
Bunch of useless old drawings. I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I guess when all my heart.
I guess there's nothing else here. Oh boy. And there's Zach.
So you thought you could stand me up and get away with it, bitch?
I'm sorry. What did you call me?
We have a date and then you don't show? Leave me looking like a sad prick all night in front of my friends?
I couldn't go, Zach. Get over it.
I don't fucking care. You'll regret fucking with me, bitch. I can promise you that.
I
I'd
don't
call
care.
you a bastard if I didn't think you'd take it as a compliment.
If I wasn't such a fucking nice guy, I'd smash your fucking face in, bitch. You're gonna be so fucking...
Wow. And that calls himself a nice guy. Isn't that typical? Oh, I'm a nice guy. You should date me. What, you fucking bitch? Blah, blah, blah. Fucking smug prick thinks that he's everything.
Charlie's apartment.
To be honest,
His
I'm
place
glad
is
I screwed
twice
him
as big
over.
as mine, with
I
a
might be
private
wrong,
bathroom
but
and a
I'm glad I
huge
screwed him
bed.
over.
I guess he likes his creature comforts. Nobody home.
Guess not. Or he's still asleep. Okay. She's not here.
It's a chair. They really knew how to design tacky furniture back in the late 22nd century. It's supposed to be a coffee table. It's our screen.
Okay, no one here, apparently. I wonder where Fiona is. At some point I should try and
It's
take
a
a look.
pretty mural.
At some point I should try and look where that mystery key goes. I still have that key, I think. No, wait. I used that to open it. Okay, no, never mind. I already used the key.
From what I've been told, the clock's...
Let's first have a look at the cafe. See who's there. And see whether or not people want to talk to me.
Where it goes, nobody knows. If I turn that wheel with the drain pipes, let's blow this thing and go home.
That would also solve some issues, I think.
It's the mystery door.
I keep forgetting why the mystery door was the mystery door. I should go back and look up that part of the conversation. Well, Charlie's here.
I hate to say it.
Oh, you hate that you don't have time to talk to Charlie?
Fresh bread.
Oh, isn't that cute? But yeah, we should probably go. I just love the fact that she also came in and he didn't even say anything. Like, didn't even look up. They're supposed to be good friends. Oh, good friends with him having a little more pizzazz, so to speak. But yeah, this is gonna be a long game. It's also gonna be a pretty difficult game from what I see, which I don't mind. I do like when my games get a little harder. Just means that if I do get stuck, I'm just gonna have to look up a little more. But I'm gonna try not to get stuck. Try and use my own noggin for as much that's good. But yeah, now we have to travel to... Now we have to go to Hope Street. I also assume that my choices, like standing Charlie up, is probably... Charlie. Why do I say Charlie? Standing Zack up is probably gonna have consequences in the future. But I don't mind.
Sweet old ladies just ain't what they used to be.
That's actually pretty rude. Also, they look alike. That might just be me, but they do look alike.
This screen really is ubiquitous.
Well, isn't this a pretty
She's
sight?
gone. She's gone. Looks like he knows how to use that steel pipe. The boss man. From his uniform, I'd say he's one of the West Side Kings. They got recruitment posters all over town.
Okay.
I think he's in trouble.
Yep.
I think he's in trouble.
He probably is. I don't see much else here. So let's go to the cathedral. Interesting name for a street. It's interesting how like Hope Street seems to be the most desolate place in this city. I love organ music. I love a lot of music.
I wonder how they light those candles. They have ladders or jetpacks? That's a funky idea. Priests with rockets on their backs. That would give a whole new dimension to evening services.
To be honest, that would actually make church interesting. I would go to church if priests had backpacks. Not that much of a believer though, but would be quite a show. But I think they just have those really long sticks that they can use to... I know that there's like a way that they douse candles from chandeliers and such, and it's like this giant... I don't know what it's called, but it's like a very giant stick with a little nightcap or something like that on it, so that you can put it over the flame and it extinguishes it. So I'm assuming they have a very similar method, but with a torch, with a lighter, to light those candles. At least, that's what I think. Might be wrong, though.
Pretty. And considering the neighborhood, it's a miracle that it's still intact. Maybe it's bulletproof stained glass designed for inner-city cathedrals.
Is that even a thing? Bulletproof stained glass?
Maybe they're just holographic candles.
That could also be a thing. Holographic candles. Those would just burn forever. Now, where do I go from here? That's the exit. Apparently I have to go to the confessionals. Why do I have to make a confession?
It's a baby angel. A cherub? He's got a red robe wrapped around his posterior, and he looks to be in a hurry. I can't remember reading about this particular incident in the Bible. Maybe it was in the sequel? Nah. That came out only 5 years ago, and this wall painting looks a lot older than that.
Oh, so the Bible has a sequel. I wonder if they at some point are gonna include it. I think that's about everything here, so let's talk to the priest. Yeah, no shit, I thought you were gonna comment on something else. Also, you can see through his head. So that's
Good
about
morning.
the only complaint
I'm
of
Father
faulty
Raoul.
animation that I can give about
You're not a
this
Hope Street
place.
regular, are you? I haven't seen you here before.
I don't visit the neighborhood very often, no.
And why should you? It's not a very nice place. This cathedral is all there's left of the hope in Hope Street.
Not gonna lie, you're probably
Sorry
right
to hear
there
that,
from what I
Father.
saw.
So am I. But we cope. We cope. How may I be of assistance?
Nice guy though.
Do people still go to church?
Yes, some do. Some do. Religion is pretty resilient.
Religion, sure. But there's so many new religions, and people tend to abandon the old ones, don't they?
They'll be back. The Voltex and the Manus of the world offer only a fleeting chance of material happiness. What they cannot offer is spiritual enlightenment.
So you're not worried about the competition?
We have over 2,000 years of experience and tradition to build on. I don't see us just rolling over on our backs and giving up. No.
That is a lot of. There is a certain truth in his words, though. Like, there is such a monopoly on religion if you think about it.
Do you know a boy named Warren Hughes?
I don't know.
As a matter of
It's
fact,
not
I
what I
do.
wanted to say, but
The
I
Hugheses were
can't
regulars
formulate the
before
words
they
in my mind.
traveled to the colonies. Poor Warren was left an orphan by his family. I haven't seen him for years.
Where does Warren live?
I'm not sure he lives anywhere, but he does belong to a Hope Street gang, the Razor Blades, I believe. They seem to congregate just down the street in Building 87. Be careful, though. Although they're far from the worst gang around here, they're not a particularly friendly lot, and they don't care for strangers.
Would you?
I can take care of myself.
I don't doubt that. Still, be careful.
Thank you, Father.
Please come by again if you're ever in the neighborhood.
Sure, as long as you don't have a child. Oh. Sunday. I went to the Hope Street Cathedral and met Father Rowe. Nice guy. He told me that Warren hangs out in Building 87, right down Hope Street. That's Building 87 of the Hope Street project. Not exactly the friendliest place in town. It's more of a shoot first, then shoot again, then pull the trigger a few more times before asking questions kind of place. And I'm not sure they bother with the asking questions anymore part. Also, I just broke my slipper. Isn't that nice? Also, I just realized
It's a wall painting.
there's literally somebody sitting there and I didn't realize that. That is a person sitting. Isn't that interesting? Oh, that is Building 87. Oh boy. Now I just
Looks
have
like
to...
he knows how to use that steel pipe.
Now I just have to find the guy. Can't be that hard, can it?
It's out of order.
Guess we'll talk to the
It's a
kid.
boy. Looks to be about 15 or so. Can I talk to you for a minute? You know where I can find a kid named Warren Hughes?
Who's asking?
I am.
Warren Hughes. Never heard of him.
What's your name?
What's yours?
April Ryan.
Lucky you.
Alright, well, I guess you can't help me.
Nope. Nobody can.
What do you mean?
A nice, pretty girl like you in a neighborhood like this, asking all the wrong questions. You're heading for some serious trouble, you know.
I can take care of myself.
Mm-hmm. Sure you can. The thing is, there are 4 guys waiting downstairs for you to come back out, and they can take care of themselves real good.
Wow.
I'm not looking for trouble.
Trouble found you, girl.
What do you want from me?
I should have asked you the same question, except I don't care. You should have thought twice before coming after me.
After you? I didn't come... So you're Warren?
What? You didn't know?
No. Cortez told me your name, where to find you, but...
Hold on. Cortez? Old Spanish talking dude. Real crazy in the head?
Lol.
That's a fair description, yeah.
Shit. You're not a cop. Social services? Corporate?
No.
No, I'm a friend of Cortez. He said to look you up.
I haven't seen Cortez in a while. Not since before it. So what does Senior Cortez want with me?
We need some help.
What kind of help? Look, I gotta stay incognito most of the time now that corporates and cops are stepping up their search for us. I can't go risking my ass for nobody. Not even Cortez.
No, I get that,
That's
It's
alright.
just
I
a,
just need some information on
it's
a
just
group
for
called
the
the
sake of the
Vanguard
world.
and their leader, Jacob McAllen.
Oh, sorry. Never heard of those guys.
You wouldn't have. They keep to themselves, and they got some kind of cover operation going. But I don't know what it is, and
Need to find out? Alright, here's the thing. I got a friend who might be able to help you out.
great.
Hold on. Before I use up my favors with him, I need you to do me a favor in return. Probably even help yourself out at the same time.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
What do I have to do?
Easy. Break into the Newport Police Department computer archives. Get me some information on my family. Destroy my criminal record and get the hell out of there. Preferably alive.
Okay, anything else?
You want me to risk...
If you don't do this for me, I won't help you out. Besides, there's probably some information on the... Vanguards, was it? In the archives.
Okay.
I'll
Guess
do
I'll
it.
do it.
Smart decision. So here's the thing. My dad doped out on raps and seduced by commercials. Sold out our whole family to the shiny happy colonization program for a lifetime supply of the big R. The Rapture.
Wow.
He neglected to ask his lovely wife and children, and the corporates didn't care. One day they came to pick up my mom, my sister, and me.
Wow.
I got away though. Snuck out the window. I spent the next 2 weeks in a dumpster.
And your family?
That's just it. I don't know. Off to the colonies, of course, but which one? I don't know. Sometimes they split up families too. You know, they don't tell you that in their ads. I
I
give a
don't
shit
think a
about
lot
my
of
dad
people would
and my
go
mom,
then.
She's tough. She can take care of herself, but I want my sister back. We were real tight. I'm not gonna let them use her in the mines and factories out there.
So, you want me to find out where they took your sister?
That's it. You're catching on. You do that for me, and delete my criminal record at the same time to get them damn corporates off my ass. I'll give you all the help you need.
Sounds like a pretty interesting deal.
Where's the police station?
Take the subway to Metro West. You'll come out on what they call Cop Street. You'll see the NPD headquarters down the block. You can't miss it.
I'm gonna need a lot of stuff though.
I'd better get going.
Be cool, eh?
Well, time to get to work. It's not like it's the easiest job that I have to do. So on top of being the record. So on top of saving the world, I also have to be a criminal. Nice way to push the boundaries. I guess it makes it good for a good anti-hero.
Another unfortunate victim of the Anglo-Pacific Wars of the 90s.
Anglos, what? Which 90s? 2090s? 2190s? What 90s? Well, probably not the 2090s. I guess he would be dead by then. Okay, that was a pretty dumb answer, sorry. Probably the 2190s then. What's in the container?
It's a garbage container, and it's mostly empty, save for a couple of sticky old newspapers and bottles. This is so gross. And me in my favorite shirts. Hey, is that a fur mitten? Ah, no, it's dead rat. I'm gonna check out that other mitten in the corner. I think it just moved. How utterly pointless is this? And I'm starting to reek a little of odor crap, too.
So there was nothing in there. Okay. Well, that was useless. And now you... Why do you have to go around? I don't get it.
It's your garden variety robotic roadblock. You see them all over this pothole-infested town. There's a small control panel on it. The display reads 3018.
Okay, what does that do for me? Time to go around again.
I do all my grocery shopping at T-Rex. Not that their food is particularly good, nor their prices particularly low. I just love their ads. They're très cool. Especially the one where they built an actual-sized robot dinosaur and sent it out to mangle a competing chain of grocery stores. For real. I don't know if anybody got hurt, but man, that campaign kicked ass.
I think it's a little too literal for a campaign. Probably people did get hurt. Not sure that was... I guess? Police station...
It's an automated garbage truck. They crisscross the town emptying containers and running people over.
Well, time to head to the police station, because I don't think there's anything else. Or I can run back and look at the street sign.
It says Threadbare Lane, MCW, and the street ID number is 3018.
So I guess that explains the roadblock. Okay. Now I need to go to the police station. Let's see what we can do to... Oh. Okay.
This is Lucinda Carlisle reporting live from just outside the Metro Precinct Police Station, and I bring you today a senseless and tragic display of technology gone wrong.
Am I gonna be on the
In the carnage
news?
you see behind me, medical drones are digging through the rubble of a crashed shuttle for the remains of over 100 people who lost their lives today in an accident that could and should have been prevented. Only hours ago, a brave New World Airlines shuttle carrying starry-eyed colonists to the Metro Tower experienced an engine failure and came roaring down on this street without warning, crushing 3 cars,
Lol, really,
and burning
April?
9 innocent pedestrians and 2 would-be carjackers. The cause of this human tragedy,
Really, April?
as of yet,
Really?
there is no official report. We can only speculate, and speculate we will. Was the pilot drunk? Was he hopped up on Amethyst? Was someone aboard carrying a bomb? Did the manufacturers of the shuttle, Monster Limited, skimp on a part and import it from a bootleg factory in Germany? The truth could be any or all of the above. But whoever is responsible, and whatever the punishment, it won't bring any of those bloodied, mangled corpses to life. It won't bring Teresa Roseman, mother of 3, back to her husband, Marty. That loss is forever, and a huge cash settlement can only ease the pain. It can never remove it altogether. Only expensive brain surgery or personality modification through proprietary drugs can do that.
Wow. Is this
The
an
exact
ad for
death
drugs?
count is still under wraps, and work will continue throughout the day to identify the thousands of body parts that are being picked one by one from the
I can't
twisted
really
wreckage
do
of
anything.
BNWA Shuttle 709. What repercussions will this accident have on our city? Probably none. You fly a shuttle, you take your chances. This is Lucinda Carlisle, reporting live for the Metro Channel Action News. Back to you, Lisa and
Wow.
Dan.
No repercussions? Really?
Are we clear? How did I do? Uh-huh. And what are the ratings? 5 million? That's it? 5 million? Jesus, we've lost out to reruns of Gillian's Island? What the fuck, Gregory? Why the hell did you... Yeah. Don't give me any of that shit. You were the one who said this would broaden my audience. I should have stuck with the game shows. Jesus!
Wow. Isn't that a special personality?
It's a high voltage laser perimeter fence. The color indicates that they're using military grade lasers.
Okay.
If I'm not completely mistaken, and if I remember my tech classes correctly, that's an anti-gravity control unit. It looks fully intact.
Okay. So what does that do for me? Do I have to get it at
It's a
some
high
point?
voltage laser perimeter fence.
I can't really... Oh wait, what? I have a diary entry? More Sunday stuff. At this rate, I'll have to get a new diary by the end of the week. Warren Hughes wasn't a bad kid at all. Just an unlucky one. He acted tough, but I could tell he was a sweetheart. Anyway, he's willing to help, but I gotta do him a few favors first. I gotta get to play a criminal. Oh joy. Why is that wrong? There's so much fun in crime. Well, done right, of course. Anyway, his sister and parents were sent to the colonies, and he wants to find out where they went. So I have to dig through the police archives to get a hold of whatever information I can. At the same time, while I'm out in there, I should also look up the Vanguards or the Church of Voltec, which is like their cover here in Stark. You have a... At this rate, I'd rather be having your Monday than your Sunday, April.
Mission 5.
Let's talk to the cop.
It's a
Let's
police
talk to the
officer.
cop.
What? I got something on my face? Is my hair okay?
Let's talk to the
What are
cop.
you looking at?
Move along. There is nothing to see here.
Except for that crashed hovercraft.
Nah. You see those everywhere these days.
Sorry?
Dime a dozen.
Crashed hovercraft are a dime a dozen?
15 a week, ma'am. At the very least. In this city alone.
Wow.
But they say it's the safest mode of transportation available.
Statistically, yes. Unless you're aboard one of the buggers. Then your chance of survival drops drastically.
What?
They're the safest mode of transportation if you stay on the ground. The chances of being hit by one going down are relatively low.
Thanks for ruining my trust in modern technology.
You're welcome.
We're here to protect and serve.
Isn't it the other way around?
Just keep it moving, ma'am. Nothing to see here.
Aww.
Except for you.
Eh?
I always did love a man.
Sorry, man, but I'm gay. Now, move along. Nothing to see here.
Mission 5.
Except for the escaped convict right behind you.
I'm on special duty today, ma'am. So that escaped convict will have to take care of himself. After all, who'd guard this perimeter in my absence?
Me?
That was a...
Except...
I won't tell you again, so move along. There is absolutely nothing to see here.
Are you feeling all right, officer?
Thank you, ma'am. I'm fine. All the dust from the debris is just choking me up.
Wow, power move much? Also, I started to realize why the other guard, for some reason I thought, was just a robot. Except that it's a guy in an exoskeleton. You can't see it as well here, but a lot of the armor animation is being ripped away. Faulty animation, so that's the only issue in this game, but it doesn't take away from the fun. Also, do I have nothing? Can I give him some candy? Would that help?
Nuh-uh, they're awful.
Mission 5.
I probably need to get that gravity control unit at some point.
Doors are closed. Newport Police Department. It's a holographic sign.
Okay. That's the exit. Anything over there? Nothing. Neon sign. Nope. Guess I'll have to talk to the
It's a
cop.
police officer. Doors are closed. Hey! How do I get into the station?
That is the question, is it not?
Pardon?
To get in or not to get in? That is the
We have a
question.
real Shakespearean here.
Grief, more weirdos.
Oh, I'm not a weirdo. I'm an actor.
Those are
No
often the
offense,
most
but
weirdos.
Isn't that an oxymoron?
Lady, you are the cruelest she alive.
So, how
do I
do
get
I
into the
actually get in the station?
You don't. Not today.
But I need
Wow.
to get in. What if there's been a...
Good point. I guess you need to report it via one of the many kiosks installed throughout the city. Or by...
Like yourself?
I am but a humble servant of Her Majesty. And I'm actually assigned to Vice, so don't bother.
What?
Any chance you'll let me through?
Shower me with sweet forgiveness, Princess, but unfortunately, I cannot. The doors ain't working.
The doors aren't working?
They're not. Good lord, I must report this immediately, after I'm done with my policing exercise.
Did you say...
Ah, correct. The only things
Yes.
getting in and out of the station today are police officers, prisoners, and garbage.
Aren't they all pretty much one and the same?
Cutting words from a wench's barbed mouth?
What did you call me?
Sweet princess.
That's more...
This is probably the best interaction I've had so far.
How are you able to bring...
These doors don't work, but the gate downstairs does. Of course, you can only get through that inside of a vehicle. The security measures are quite extreme.
Like how extreme?
Can you say radiation poisoning?
How are you...
These doors don't...
Like how...
Can you say...
Wow, okay.
Why are you parading back and forth like that?
To pretend that he's
I'm
being...
practicing the fine art of policing you.
It doesn't look like policing. It looks like acting.
That it is.
Bollocks! And I thought I was making progress.
Maybe if you tried being a little less... rigid?
Yeah, but it's this bloody suit. It makes everyone move the same way. I'm not able to release the character.
Sure, blame the suit.
Are you an actor? Or a cop?
I think he's both.
Both, darling. Both. I am an actor, but I will portray an officer of the law in my next motion picture. It's called Mad Cop 2. I play the Mad Cop's friend, the somewhat ticked-off cop.
The somewhat
I think I saw the
ticked off.
first one. It stunk.
I agree. But this one has a certain, je ne sais quoi, flair that the original lacked.
You mean more violence, more sex, less plot?
That's it.
Wow. I don't think that's a good movie. Guys, if that movie's ever released, don't watch.
So you're doing research for your next role?
Indeed, my fair maiden, I am. I have been assigned to a squad to capture the essence of Her Majesty's honorable service.
And what squad would that be?
Vice.
Okay.
Thanks, and good luck.
Parting is such sweet...
So, is there any way that I can interact with the fans to... No. No, don't think so. Don't think I need it right now. But now I need to get into the police station, and since it's apparently closed, I don't think it should be too much of an issue to...
It looks like the truck's route takes it down below the police station. That's probably where the cops dump their trash. And the mangled bodies of uncooperative witnesses. So, the garbage gets into the station.
And this is where I need to enter the garbage container. and wait until I get transported into the police station. This is probably the most unimaginative entrance ever.
This is getting to be routine and a total waste of time. I mean, what's gonna happen? The truck doesn't even pass by this container.
Oh, so I did that wrong.
It's a garbage container, and it's mostly empty, save for a couple of sticky old newspapers. Another unfortunate victim of the Anglo-Pacific Wars of the 90s.
Okay, what does this roadblock do?
It's a numeric keypad, but I have absolutely no idea what numbers to type in to move the roadblock. It says Threadbare Lane, MCW, and the street ID number is 3018.
Wait, what if I... Oh, I just saw that there's another street sign.
It says Calavera Crossing, MCW, and the street ID number is 0092.
0092. So what if I do... so that I can 0092.
There's a small control panel on it. The display reads 30. Perhaps if I try entering the ID.
Does that work? It does. So now I'm probably gonna have to dive into the container, because the garbage truck is gonna have to make a... I don't know the English word for that one. Going to have to make a detour along this street to pick up this trash and then bring us to the police station. Yep, told you. That is one way to make an entrance.
Keep it close to yourself.
Oh, come on, you're gonna make a couple
That's
of fine
so
friends.
gross. The things I do to save the world, I mean that smell, that sticky stuff, the way that rat just wouldn't let go. Disgusting. Not to mention the fact that I really, truly stink. I don't think this is ever coming off. I'm gonna stink like fish heads and moldy pizza for the rest of my sorry life.
It could be worse.
You can usually tell a crook by his eyes and his foul behavior. You can usually tell a crook by his eyes. Tuvok? 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 I feel like someone's staring at me.
That would probably be me.
From my extensive knowledge of cop shows, I'd say she's probably the desk sergeant on duty. For some reason, they're always slightly overweight and grumpy. There's no way I'm going back down into the basement. I'd rather be rolled out of here on a gurney with my body wrapped in black plastic.
Are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Where are the archives?
The archives? You're not an officer of the law, are you?
I'm in training at the academy, and I need to get into the archives to study.
You're in training? Uh-huh, sure you are. Then what the hell you doing here? You should be at the academy doing push-ups and learning how to bullshit like a pro.
True point.
You're not an officer. So what? Then you can't go into the back, capiche? Cops only. Besides, half the doors in this building, including that one, and until those overpaid, underworking service guys get off their butts and back to work, that...
Thanks anyway.
Isn't she friendly? So, what's this thing?
It's an old vid phone. Ancient technology. Visuals are so passé.
Wow.
This phone, 099-12090.
Okay. Let's have a look at the other one. Can I call anyone from here? I wonder.
VidPhone. The screen and camera are both out of order. I haven't spoken with Mom since I left, actually. I should give her a ring.
Hello?
Hi, Mom? It's April. How are you?
Where are you, sweetheart?
In the city, Mom, you know that.
Why didn't you call? I've been worried sick about you, sweetheart.
Didn't you get my letter?
Yes, and I can't say I understand why.
Well, that was the problem, wasn't it? You didn't understand.
I don't think it was fair of you to be so hard on your father. You hurt him a lot, you know? And I'm not just talking about you pushing him down the stairs.
And what about me? You don't think he hurt me? Were you so blind you didn't see that?
April, you know I can't take sides in this.
No. Of course not. Not you. Not ever. Anyway, is Dad doing okay? I mean, after the fall.
He broke his arm and he had to take some time off work. Money short because of that. We had to pull Danny out of school until next semester.
Oh boy.
You can't blame me for those things, Mom.
If you hadn't left like you did...
I'd probably be dead now, Mom. I couldn't take it anymore. Please, let's not argue about this now.
Please come home, April.
No. Thank you, but no. That's not gonna happen.
Okay, sweetheart.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. I probably shouldn't have called. What's that number?
Busy. What?
Okay. No idea what that number is, but I guess. Wait. No, not an item. Okay.
This phone.
Oh yeah, so I called to... Yeah, okay.
It's a toolbox. There's a sheet of paper in here.
Okay,
It's a toolbox. There's a sheet of paper in here.
let's look at the sheet of paper.
It's some kind of requisition form or work order. Bocamba Mercer Corporate Labor Union, form number 09042. Short-term tactical suspension of union members' benefits. It's a carbon copy of an old work order.
Okay.
Big surprise, I'm still here. It's
What?
a toolbox. The doors are closed. They don't open manually.
So I don't think I can talk to any one of those.
It's a thin guy wearing red coveralls. He looks like a repairman.
Let's talk to the repairman.
Huh? You an angel?
No point talking to old Georgie there. Ever since he overdosed on raptures, he ain't been right in the head. I don't ever let him hold the hammer no more either, I'll tell you that.
It's a repairman. It's a, portly fellow wearing red cover.
Okay. Let's talk to him then, I
Hi.
guess.
What do you want? We're on our lunch break, huh?
Why are you...
We're on our contractually bound lunch break.
huh.
We're done eating, sure, but we're still on our break. Clause 16 of the contract, and I quote, improper digestion may prove detrimental to further work-related activities. End quote.
Wow.
Meaning what?
We're letting the corned beef settle, honey.
Aren't you?
That's right.
But instead...
That's right.
And you're not planning on getting back to work.
That's right.
And you're not bothered by...
That's right.
I could say anything, Ed.
That's right.
And you...
That's right.
Well, how's that for productivity?
That's right, it's the answer to everything.
And it would be so nice if you could.
Is there any...
No, short of emergency, we ain't moving our asses in the.
What constitutes an emergency?
Any event accompanied by a specific work order signed in triplicate.
What kind of work?
Smell. Are you coming on?
What?
I don't know. Women don't usually come on to me, so I'm just checking.
I asked you...
Yeah, right.
Smoked.
Yeah.
I had an...
Happens to me all the time. You're not alone. In fact, there are meetings downtown if...
I don't have a...
If you can't admit it to yourself, honey, you do. After all, who's the one reeking a rum? Not me, that...
About...
Yeah?
You know.
You mean the short-term tactical suspension of union members' benefits requisition? Well, if you were to produce said requisition with the appropriate signatures, we'd be forced to prematurely suspend our lunch break for tactical reasons, thus allowing our scheduled work to be...
Don't you just love...
You what?
Never mind. Where do I...
What form?
The requisition form for the short...
Any official office for which we perform...
Enjoy your lunch break.
With the Sunday overtime we're...
Okay.
That's the requisition from last week. What a horrible experience that was. I pray each and every night that we'll never have to sacrifice our lunch break again.
Okay. So now I need to...
The doors are closed.
So... what if... I use that phone to call the other phone?
This phone, 099-12090.
Okay, so I can call that, but I don't know why.
You can usually tell a crook. Tuvok? It's the front desk sergeant. Excuse me, ma'am.
You again, what do you want?
I need a rec...
Here you go, miss.
Okay.
Bocamba Mercer Corporate Labor Union, form number 09042. Short-term tactical suspension of union members' benefits. The work order's blank.
Okay, so now I need to somehow get that signed so that I can give it to them so that they can keep
I
working.
better fill out this work order first.
But how do I do that? Oh wait, let's
Fix
go.
the damn doors. Sign the commish. There. Now we're set.
What's this?
Oh, just a jolly little...
Say what? Lady, do you realize what you've just done? You've...
Ha
ha! This being Sunday and all, that petition is useless. On public holidays, you need the extension -A form. Addendum for public holidays. So, we're gonna stay here and enjoy our...
So he's really gonna be difficult.
Excuse me,
You again. The what? The 09042-A?
Because I'm a cruel bitch and I love torturing you. In fact, I've made it my life's mission to haunt you forever and...
I like her mouth though. I like her attitude. She's an interesting main character. And she does make a lot of valid
All right,
points.
requisition.
Alright. Time to fill that out. Ah.
Okay.
Why do you keep...
No, absolutely not. This is requisition form number...
Balls! We've been nailed, George. Get your ass off the chair. We're going back to...
Lol. It's what you're paid for, dumbass. At least the door will be fixed.
They don't open, man. Excuse me, ma'am.
You again.
Thanks anyway.
Wow, okay. So, what now?
The doors are closed. At least they're doing something, even if it's just staring at the panel. Hey, there's a phone call for you.
For me?
I think it might be you.
Out of my way!
The panel is open and some wires are hanging out. What? I got something on my face? Is my hair okay? What you? It's a toolbox. Wires. One red, one blue. I can't get to the wires while these guys are working on them. I need to create some kind of distraction. Get them away from the panel. There's a call for you too, sir.
Me? I get no calls, ever.
Oh my god.
It's a long
Really?
shot, but if I try to cross these wires... Voila! I'm so good.
Don't think she's gonna stop
Hey,
me.
you
so.
can't go back there. It's a restricted area.
I need to distract her. Excuse me, ma'am.
You again, what?
Thanks anyway.
So now I need to distract her. Can I
They're awful.
give her candy? No. What else do I have? Loot? No. Probably not. Good try though.
You can usually tell a...
So... No, not either. So now I got them distracted, now I need to distract her. But how do I distract her? I need to push pin for the clock. So what else do I need to do?
It's a picture of Charlie, Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot. Tuvok? You can usually tell a crook by his eyes and his foul behavior.
I thought the eye was a clue on what I needed to do.
Let's see. What's the most difficult form to get a hold of?
Oh, that's what I
The
need to
label
do?
on that shelf says, reporting indecent or lewd behavior by bingo or BM personnel, number 31366. Excuse me, ma'am.
You again, what do you...
Okay.
I'd like that
Number?
31.
Hold on.
That works. A bingo soda machine.
Bingo! The world's favorite soda. And after the devastating soda wars of 2159, the world's only soda.
Okay, so there's a monopoly on soda as well now.
Considering the fact that I'm inside a police station, it might be prudent to pay for the soda first. Archives. It's a retinal scanner, instantly outdated by the genetic scanner, but I guess here they don't care.
I wonder if that would work.
The showers. Unisex, of course. Sergeant Anthony McDonald. Sergeant Morty Look. Sergeant Russell. Sergeant Frank Manelli.
I think those names mean something, but...
It's occupied. Hi. Who's in there?
Manelli, who's asking?
God, I know that voice.
What? Who are you?
Agent Scully, FBI.
You'll be wanting the chief's office then. That's...
Hello?
Who is it?
Pizza delivery.
Oh, God, don't mention.
Lol.
Hello?
Let's have some fun.
Sergeant Hernandez.
Maria, thank God you're here. Listen, I need you to get my stomach medicine from the locker. Here's the key. Oh.
Okay.
Sergeant Frank Manelli. Sergeant Manelli's been banging this locker shut one too many times. Say hello to 7 years of bad luck, guy. That sure makes me feel a whole lot better about harassing you.
Lol.
It's a receptacle for a synthetic eye. I guess Frankie Boy's using one of those babies. You'd never tell from looking at him.
Can I put that eye in there?
Tummy ooh ah. Fast relief for a runny tummy. It's a receptacle for synthetic eye. It's a receptacle for synthetic eye. It's empty, so he must be using it.
Let's go get him that medicine, I guess.
Oh, thank God, thank God.
It's a receptacle for synthetic eye. How are you feeling?
Better. A little better. I need it. I think this medicine is flushing out my system a little, you know what I mean? It's accelerating.
No need to go in.
Thanks, Maria. Hey, you got a cold or something?
Yeah. Gotta go, Manelli.
Thanks for your help.
Gotta go, Manelli.
Thanks for your help, Maria.
Lol.
Manelli's in there.
That's the guy that was at the cinema. Apparently that's the effect of what really poor Candy can do to him. So now he has access to the eye. So I know I need to do something with that receptacle.
It's a receptacle for synthetic eye. It's empty, so he must be using it.
So
It's a receptacle. It's a receptacle for synthetic eye. It's empty, so he must be using it.
no.
It's Constable Guybrush. My toy, ape.
Nope. So what do I
Sergeant.
do?
I could use a shower. No.
What if I go to the corridor? I don't have anything to pay though, so that's not an option. I think he's still in the bathroom. Yeah.
It's a light switch.
Did he really need that light?
Manelli's in there. Gotta go, Manelli.
Thanks for your help, Maria.
So what else can I do?
It's broken. It's broken. It's a receptacle for synthetic eye.
I wonder what could constitute
Big
him.
surprise. I'm still here.
I wonder what I need to do now.
Locker room. I don't think so. The security feedback will probably fry my eyeballs. Considering the fact that I'm in...
I'm gonna need to find to do something, because otherwise I'm stuck here. And it's something to do with that receptacle. How do I get Manelli's eye?
Sergeant Anthony McDonald? Sergeant Mort... Sergeant... Sergeant... a receptacle for synthetic eye. It's empty, so he must be using it. Monkey see, monkey do. Well, not without this he won't.
There has to be a way that I need to replace it. But how? What if I keep doing this? If I can go back there. But then I have to... Oh, really? Guess I'll just pick up the screwdriver.
It's a toolbox.
Hey, you can't go back there. It's a restricted area.
So it is a good thing that I went back.
The label on that shelf. Excuse
you again. What?
I'd like
number
31.
Hold on.
Yeah, no. I just needed to go in here. Now, what if I use that? No. 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 Actually, I'm not feeling too well. I'm starting to feel rather unwell, so I'm going to leave it off here and continue tomorrow. We've made quite a bit of progress, but we're still far from over. And tomorrow I will have the answer on how to continue. But for now, I wish you all a pleasant evening. Apocalypse out.